Hey everybody out there in Facebook land, this is Dan Dwyron coming from out in Atlantic, Canada, Cape Breton guitar player, musician and songwriter, and I'm happy you could join me this afternoon for the first ever Facebook Live lesson jam session. And I will give it away if you're out there and you can if you can hear me okay, because this is the first time I've done this, so I just want to make sure that it's everything's working and that you can hear me and see my smiling face coming at you. So, listen, first of all, I'd just like to say I hope everybody is safe and well, and counting on each other through this time. We're going to have a heck of a party when we come out the other end, you know what I'm saying? And I just thought, so often we say, wow, I wish I had some time to work on my guitar and work on my chops. So I thought, it might be kind of fun to do a few lessons online. But here's my little plan for us is I'd like to do this every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at about 4 o'clock Atlantic Canada time. And what I'd like to do is maybe give a few tips on how my approach to playing blues guitar. And then I want to do a song every day, and I want us to all jam together. So I hope you got your guitars out. And the other thing that I was thinking, and I think I got this figured out, I'm not promising anything, but I think I found a way for us to jam together. And after we're finished jamming, you can send me your video, and I'm going to compile them all and put them in one video and post it up on Facebook. And so maybe we can share, some tunes together, play some blues together, and then share it with everybody and bring a little joy to everybody as we're all home and online at this time. So we're going to do a little bit of blues this afternoon. Now, we're going to do blues in A, so get your guitars out and get ready for A. And the thing about the blues and blues soloing is that it's really all about phrasing. Blues started in the fields where there would be a leader, and the leader would sing a line, and then everybody would sing that line back to them. And then at the end of the leader would then sing a conclusion, another line. And so there's actually 3 phrases in the blues, so it's, Mom, Papa, please talk to your daughter for me. Then everybody would sing, Mom and Papa, please talk to your daughter for me. And then the leader would sing the conclusion, she done made me love her, and I ain't gonna leave her be. So a lot of us know that. There's 3 phrases. There's the call, the response, and the conclusion. But sometimes when we're soloing, we kind of forget about that and just keep going. So the thing is that's one of the big things about blues, is that if you really kind of get used to playing phrases and playing 3-4 bar phrases just the same way as a singer would do that, it can make a huge difference in your playing. So the first phrase is all on A. Now, if you're just a beginner guitar player and you play your A down here and you just want to strum along with us, strum along. If you're a guitar aficionado, and you're more into soloing, you can just solo over this. But I'm just going to use my looper here and get a little A groove going. So the first phrase is all on that first chord, A. So if I want to do so here's a phrase. 1, 2, ready, go. So it's kind of like the same as a singer would do. Then I take a breath, same as a singer's got to do. So here we go. Get the idea? Now, the thing is, there's one other part that I think is really important. I'm going to try and get the guitar in close here. I'll get this worked out that hopefully I'll have another camera so we can get this for the next time. But we got what some people call a pentatonic scale, some people call a blues scale. We're going to use pentatonic scale. And we're only going to use the first 4 strings of the guitar. So I'm going to go on the 4th string, 5th fret. So the blues scale is 4 on the 5th fret, 7 on the 4th string. Same thing, 5th fret, 7th fret on the 3rd string, 5th fret, 8th fret on the 2nd string, and 1st string, 5th fret, and 8th fret. So you got 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 8, 5, 8. Okay. A lot of you out there go like, yeah, Dan, I know that. We've been doing that forever. But one thing that I wanted to mention is that all these notes work over that A chord, but some of them work better than others. And the reason that they do is because when we play an A chord, the notes that you really want to emphasize, you can play any of them, but the notes that you want to emphasize are the notes that are in the chord. So we know, and you know those notes already, because if you know how to play an A chord here, you know that I got the G here, A, that's part of the chord. This one's part of the chord, and then we got the 5th fret, 8th fret. They're all notes of the chord, you know. But here's the other thing, is that, so all of these notes, they're all going to sound good over the A chord. Check it out. But there's also a couple other notes in there that we can play that are in the chord and they're not in the blues scale. So for example, when I'm on that A chord, the 3rd string, 6th fret is in the chord, but it's not in the scale. So if I kind of emphasize that note, it's going to sound really cool. And this is a thing that you've heard a lot. And the reason that sounds so cool is because it's going from a note that's in the blues scale to a note that's in the chord but not in the blues scale. So when we play A, I got this, any note that's in the blues scale, but I also got this note right here because it's in the chord. So it adds one more note, the 6th fret of the 3rd string. And that same note is also up here on the 1st string on the 9th fret. So I can play it there too. So check out the difference that it makes. So, 2 things that you want to think about. One is just phrasing, 4-bar phrase. And then the second thing is, yeah, you can play any note in the blues scale. But when you're on the A chord, if you emphasize or if you accent the notes that are in the chord, it's going to sound cooler, especially if you're going to end your phrase on there. All right, that's the first phrase. It's all on A. The second phrase goes to a D chord. Now, if we check out the notes that are in the D chord, that are in the blues scale, same thing. I can just go up and down. But on that D7 chord, I've got one more note that's not in the blues scale, but again, it's in the chord. So when you're on that D chord, it sounds really cool to play it. Okay, so that's the 2nd string, 7th fret. That you can add that note to the blues scale while you're playing the D chord. So check it out. Listen to and the other thing I forgot to mention is that when you do this, if you emphasize the notes that are in the chord, and you can just see them by just playing the chord there, and then try not to really emphasize the notes that are not in the chord. Let me show you this for a second. If I play just on my D chord, I'll just add a little D here for a second. All right, so check it out. Now watch, if I play this note, it's in the blues scale. Check out this one. That one's in the blues scale, but it's not in the chord, so it doesn't sound as cool if I just sit on it. So the thing is you want to try and emphasize notes that are in the blues scale and in the chord, and not stay away from, but not emphasize ones that are not in the chord. So let's check it out. So if I play this note, so you see that note, it's not in the blues scale, but it sounds great on this chord because it's in the chord. All right, so the second phrase is on D, starts on D and then goes back to the A. So really we've got all the notes in the blues scale, plus when we're on the A chord, we can add the third string 6th fret, and then when we're on the D chord, we can add the second string 7th fret to the blues scale and get some cool things. We only got one more chord, and that's the E7 chord. And when we play the E7 chord, we can play this way. You can see now here, there's a lot of notes that are in the blues scale again. So when we play the chord, this note is in the blues scale. This note is not. This is the 4th string 6th fret. So again, oops, watch your finger, you do it. So again, you want to make sure that you can emphasize that one because it's not in the blues scale, but it's in the chord. And in fact, we actually switched to a different blues scale, but that's for another day. But so we can play all the notes that are in that chord. Sorry, that's going to be in the blues scale, but not in the chord. So we can also add this note, 4th string, on the 6th fret, and we can add the 4th fret on the 3rd string, which is another note, and on the 1st string, that same note comes up at the 7th fret. It might sound a little confusing. It's easier for me to show you. If I play this E chord, I'm just going to play the E7 chord. Now, if I just play the A blues scale over this, listen how it sounds. Well, not so great. But if I play some notes out of the blues scale and the notes that are in the chord, now listen how it sounds. This makes all the difference in the world. It's like, okay, well, I'm playing it says I'm playing blues in A, I should be able to play an A blues scale, right? Doesn't sound that great when we go to that E chord. So check it out. Again, I'm going to play some of the notes that are in that E, in blues scale, but I'm going to really focus on the notes that are in the chord. I hope that makes sense. Just a little recap of this is what I want you to try and get into a little bit before Friday when we do this again. So whenever you are playing blues in A, you want to make 3 phrases. You want to make 3 phrases that are 12 bars long. The first phrase is all A. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4. Then you're going to go to a D chord for 2 bars, and then you go back to A. Then you're going to go to an E7 for 1 bar, to a D7 for 1 bar, to an A7 for 2 bars. And that's your 3 phrases. Think like a singer. Mom and Papa, please talk to your daughter for me. That's your first phrase. Mama and Papa, please talk to your daughter for me. She done made me love her and I ain't gonna leave her be. So if we think about those 3 phrases, you can go a long way. Think like a singer. Sometimes it helps to even sing a phrase in your head while you're playing. So you take that opportunity to rest like a singer would do. So here we go. Second phrase. So now we check it out. Last phrase. here's that first phrase, all on A. And I can accent this note because it's in the chord, not in the blues scale. When we go to the D, that note, not in the chord, not in the blues scale, but in the chord. And this one, so, 3 phrases. Focus, you can play the blues scale on them all, but you really want to accent the notes that are in the chord, even if they're not in the blues scale. And it makes your phrases make a lot more sense, like you're following the chords. Because that's what a singer does. When you're playing an A chord, the singer's going to sing notes out of the A chord, aside from the blues scale as well. All right, so I hope that makes sense. I am going to be posting this video at the end of this so that you can, kind of go back through it. But just so you know, when we're playing an A chord, here are the notes. I'm just going to play them here, and I hope you can see them. So we're on an A chord. We can play any of the notes in the blues scale. But we can also add 3rd string 6th fret and 1st string on the 9th fret, because those are in the chord. When we go to the D, we can play any of the notes that are in the blues scale, but we can also add this note on the 2nd string 7th fret, because it's in the chord but not in the blues scale, and so it's a real cool one to add. And that same note is also 4th string 4th fret, so you can add that. And then when we go to the E7 chord, when you go to this E7 chord, you can play any of the notes of the blues scale, but it's way better if you focus on the notes that are in the chord. And then it sounds real cool. And then you make your phrases with that. Anyways, here's what I'd like to do now, everybody. I'm hoping that you're up for the challenge. I'd like to do this, take a little tip every day, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And then I'd like us to play a tune together. So get your cameras out, get your phones out, and what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to point them at you, and I'm going to play that backing track that we just started with, and we're going to jam together. And I want you to record yourself playing along with me. You can play the chords, or you can solo. But what I would really like you to do is afterwards send me the video. Just go to my Facebook page, look for Dan Dwyron, look for This Ugly Mug, because there's another guy that's Dan Dwyron out there, and he'd be going like, why am I getting all these videos? But send them to me. I'm going to compile them all. I'm going to make one song out of it all, and I'm going to post it tomorrow for everybody. That's my hope. Yeah, and don't worry if you are watching this on your phone right now and say, "Well, I'd like to try that, but I don't, I can't do it right now because I'm watching on my phone." Once I get the replay up, which I will very shortly, you can go in and play along with the replay and then send it to me. So here's the other thing, guys. I would really love to hear from you about what things you would like me to maybe talk about in these lesson jam sessions. If you got some song ideas, if you got some technique ideas, if you want to talk about gear, you want to talk about looping, songwriting, using technology to write songs, whatever, anything that you like, I'd love to hear from you, because it'd be fun for us to keep this going, and it'd be fun for us to get together and spread a little joy through this time. So I'm going to put this on. I hope you're all tuned up. We're ready to go. All right? Get your cameras ready to record. And stay safe. Be good to each other. Love each other. Help each other out. And we'll see you in the next video. And hopefully I'm going to get some videos from you guys in the next little while. All right. Take care. You ready for the count? Here we go. Come on, everybody, let's have some fun. You only live once, and when you're done, you're done. So let the good times roll. Oh, let the good times roll. I don't care if you're young or old, everybody get together. Let the good times roll. That's what we're gonna do now. Solo, take it away, we're on A, your first phrase. Ah, I can hear it. Hey Ron, are you soloing now? You got 12 bars around. Here's your first phrase again. Hey buddy. We're coming up to the last phrase. Let the good times roll. 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 Come on now, everybody. Don't matter if you're young or old. Let's get together. Let the good times roll, you know. At a distance that's socially acceptable. Hey everybody, I hope you enjoyed the first Facebook Live lesson and jam session. This is Dan Dwyron, and I hope to see you all back here again on Friday at 4 o'clock Atlantic time. And take care, everybody. See you soon.